All right, here we go.
Do you have Scrappy as a friend? Do it.
All right, we're doing this again for a second time.
Did you press play on that?
Yes.
You sure?
No, I didn't press play. I pressed record.
Okay, make sure because you're pressing play. We're not recording nothing then.
All right, we're doing this for a second time, guys.
Oh my God.
Adam's he's gonna do the show.
I'm gonna host the show. It's gonna be the Adam show.
All right, yeah, it's gonna be the Adam show, guys. Thank you for joining Qvole podcast. And with me today, I got a very, very, very special guest. It goes by the name of DJ Adam Rock. Mr. DJ Adam Rock has been in the music scene for 40 years and plus. He was a host for WCYC. He was a co-host at WIIT, co-host for the Beat Mix show, and he was a part of the lower level radio. He's also the owner of Chi-Town Music Radio and was part of the Untouchable 5 DJ team and was part of Alumni Dominating 6 DJ team as well, who I know the majority of you guys know who they were, or who they are, they're still around. And he goes by he goes under Planet Rock Experience, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, so we're gonna let Adam take over.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Adam's got some stuff he's got to say to us, so we'll let him go.
Well, we'll ask the questions, from the beginning and everything. So, what was that, Scrappy? What got me into mixing? Okay. I'm glad that you asked me that.
Question number one.
Yeah. This is what everybody knows. We're having a lot of fun because this is like our second, third take. We've been messing around with this and everything. So
I had him all over the place. He said,
"We'll start off on a good thing." So, but yeah, when I first started that I wanted to mix, I had saw somebody at my cousin's birthday party, and from there, I saw this guy mixing on 2 turntables, and I was like fascinated. I was like, "Wow, this is pretty cool." But I was still young. I was, like 11 years old. And I didn't understand the whole concept of it. But I was so interested in it that I had to figure it out. Back then we didn't have the internet. We didn't have anything to research stuff to see what was going on. So with that, we had to, say, okay, I want to do this. So when I actually first started mixing, I used 2 turntables that were straight from my mother's stereo with no pitch, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned how to mix like that. So we learned how to put records together and everything and beats and all that. And we had a good time with that. So, yeah, that's how I learned. And then you can jump in with some questions, Scrap.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But then from there, I started getting thoughts of how to mix and everything. And everybody in the neighborhood started mixing. So we were all gathering as kids together. My older brother, he started mixing with us. So, yeah, so it was a bunch of like everybody in the neighborhood. Remember, we didn't have no cable TV. We only had Spectrum and On TV. And none of us had that. So we just had the regular basic channels, no internet, no nothing, no cell phones. We didn't even have beepers back then.
Besides you trying to learn your craft during those times when you were learning how to mix, what do you think was another challenge for you guys? As far as I think was probably obtaining records, right? Music.
Yeah,
looking for the records, listening to the music, or where do you go?
Well, the thing is that obviously we're all minors. My brother was working. He was older than us, and we had some other guys who were older than us. I did get allowances and stuff like that. I did do try hustle, get some money here and there, but it was hard to get. It was hard to get money for the records and stuff like that. But my brother, he worked, and he was like, "Here's money," and we went to go get records. We used to go to Loop Records downtown, and then we used to go to Imports.
Imports was the one.
Because we, when I lived in Beck of the Yards, we'd just jump on the Archer bus and just take that straight to downtown, and then from there, get our stuff and come back.
Wow. I just imagine the amount of hours spent at the record store just going through records.
Well, you got to remember back then when we first started mixing, there was no house music.
Right. It was just called dance music, right? We called it, or
no? We were before house music. So before, when we first started DJing, we were DJing with Italio music, high energy music. Mm-hmm. That's what we were mixing with. Top 40 radio.
Mm-hmm.
They had the extended 12-inch versions and stuff like that. And then house music came, but there wasn't house music when we first started mixing.
Wow.
A lot of disco and top 40 and, like I said, Italian high energy music. That was the stuff that we listened to.
that we still listen to this day.
Yeah, that we still listen to this day. But yeah, so we're pre-house.
Yeah, that's
old.
that's old. Yeah, because you're talking 40 plus years, man, easily, man.
Mm-hmm.
70, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
House is 85.
yeah.
So yeah.
I was living on 21st and Walcott, and I left there in 1985, and house music was hitting hard already.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, block parties left and right in front of the house all the time. Listening to Farley and Bad Boy Bill and the whole Hot Mix 5 on WBMX. The hot lunch mixes were the most popular ones for me when I was a little kid.
Yeah, so once I started mixing and everything and I started getting everything in order, then we started throwing dances. I've been throwing parties since I was a teenager. I did the teen dances, the church dances, halls we used to rent and everything. So yeah, we used to throw a lot of parties back then. So I've been throwing parties for a long time. So yeah.
I could just imagine. Yeah, I got a stack still of flyers somewhere that accumulated through my high school years, and I remember seeing your name almost on all of them.
Yeah, what I did also when I was younger, once I was becoming popular and learning different neighborhoods and being invited to different neighborhood parties and collaborating with other DJs from different neighborhoods. With that, there was new people who wanted to come in from different areas. So they would contact me and say, hey, who would be the DJs for the area? Who do you think is popular that can go here and there and stuff like that? So I collaborated, helping behind the scenes with a lot of DJs / promoters from Cicero, from the North Side, everywhere, just to get things done. Indiana. So yeah.
Wow, Indiana too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when I was younger, after I was mixing for a while and I was established and all that, I used to work at Pronto Printing, where they used to make all the flyers.
Oh, okay.
So you don't even know. You're like, Pronto Printing, what's that?
You would see it on the flyers. It said Pronto. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Pronto Printings. Yeah, I used to work there when I was younger. So then when you start working there, you meet a lot of people because that's where everybody went to go make
Get the flyers.
Yeah, so you meet everybody from all over.
You were in the
city.
middle of it all, man.
Yeah. So I met a lot more people there and everything. So that was a good time.
Wow.
So, yeah. So from team parties to printing parties, and then just kept doing parties. Yeah.
And when did you how did you come about working at CYC? When did that happen?
Well, when I joined WCYC, Tom Ramos, who was a promoter and my friend at the time, we did a lot of parties together. We hung out all the time. He told me that I had to. He said, "You have to come and join the station. You have to come over here." So I went over there. You have to take a class. We signed up for a class. I dragged Delirious Danny with me, which is D Squared today. But he and I were friends from Pilsen. We knew each other since we were in 4th or 5th grade. And as adults, I told him, it was in the 90s. I told him, I want to join CYC. I said, I don't want to join by myself. You're going to have to join with me. So he was like, oh, I don't know. I said, no, we're joining. So he joined CYC. We took the class and everything. So I would say my WCYC career is probably, well, it's not probably, it's thanks to Tom Ramos who put me over there. And
Tom Ramos, nice.
Yeah, from there we did the Best of the 80s show, which was on Friday nights. It was myself, Tom, Danny. Then we had people just come in and out. We had, different hosts that would come and help us, but it was basically us three doing this. And we did it for a few years. It was for many years.
Yeah.
Until the end of CYC. Once CYC, it did come to an end, so we did it to the end of CYC.
So what ended up happening? I wanted to ask that question because I never knew what happened because it just faded. What happened to CYC? Why did all of a sudden just boom disappear? What was the reason for all that?
It didn't disappear. What happened there was two CYCs. There was two 90.5 FMs because one was WCYC, which was the Boys and Girls Club in Little Village.
Okay.
And then the Mexican Fine Arts bought WCYC, the radio station, and then they changed it to Radio Arte.
Arte. That's what I was going to ask you. Arte.
Yeah. And then they moved it to Pilsen, right there, like where the Casa de Pueblo is over there.
Yeah, I remember seeing them in the corner there.
Yeah, so there was two.
Okay.
Two of them. There was two 90.5s, but one was CYC and one was Arte.
Okay.
So I was at the end of the WCYC era, and then when they got bought out and then they moved it and everything, then that's when Radio Arte started it. That was like Strike It Up and whoever else was on there. I don't know.
How'd you like it there?
I didn't go there.
No?
None of us went there.
Oh, no?
No. When they bought it, we ended at CYC.
Oh, okay.
Radio Arte was something new. So we had nothing to do with that.
Okay. Yeah, I did not know any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened there. And then from there, we were just doing a lot of, bars and a lot of mobile gigs and stuff like that. And we were good. We were doing that for many years. We were doing a lot of stuff like that. And then from there, we went to a mix fest, me and the guys, and we went, I don't know, it was 07, 05, mix fest. Let's see, maybe 07. Who knows? I can't keep track of the years, so many years. But I was there. We went to a mix fest. It was at Bourbon Street. And then my buddy John Smoking Acosta came up to me. He did the Street Beat Mix show. It was on WIIT 88.9 FM. Then from there, he said, you should come and join. He says, you can help out. So I joined it. I became a co-host with him. And then we started doing more stuff. So before, everybody else was doing all the streaming and all that off the radio station had streaming. So we were streaming and we were sending it out, and we were getting a lot of viewers and a lot of people on the stream. So that was good because you could see the numbers, and we were like, wow.
Yeah.
So that started this. So that was the 2 FM stations that are on, and then we did that. And then at that same time, we were developing, learning how to use the internet stuff since we were getting it from the radio station. I came across one of my old friends, Tommy Tutoff. He was doing lower level radio.
Okay.
He was part of that. And we joined that. And I say we because it's always a bunch of me. It's not just me. It's me and the guys.
Yeah.
So I joined lower level radio. And then from there, Tommy taught me all the software and how to do everything. And I taught everybody else. So I would say
that was cool.
My internet start was with Tommy Tutoff, So he's the one who helped me out there. And we did that. And he taught me everything, and then I taught everybody else everything. So all these guys who are out there, they all come through us, so one way or another.
Yeah.
And so we did all that stuff, and we had the FM station, we had lower level radio together. We were doing all of that, and then lower level radio was disbanding, and then I created Shaitan Music Radio with a bunch of guys like DJ E, Rhythm Master Rudy, Ito. Some of us that were left over from the lower level radio, we created Shaitan Music Radio, and we all joined that stuff and everything. And we were on that. We were on 7 days a week. We had DJ FM on there with us. We had Tom Puerto Rico Perez. We had everybody from all over.
Man, that was a lot of you guys then.
We had guys on the north side.
There's a lot of people doing a lot of things at the same time there to keep the thing going.
I had Qvole with us. I had George Martinez and Jose de la Fuente on with us. They had shows. I had Malo. We had the Tejano Dusty show. We had everything. We were doing a lot of different things.
So that's how you came about knowing all these artists and people that you know now, all these freestyle artists, right?
Well,
actually,
a lot of artists we met through the radio station on the FM dial, because we would come in and do the show. We'll have guest DJs and we'll have guest artists come in. So that was cool.
Yeah.
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 So you learn a lot like that. Plus, like I said, when I first started out, I went into a bunch of different areas. So I learned a lot of the DJs. A lot of DJs that are in our scene, I know there's younger DJs than us, but a lot of DJs who are doing stuff now or in the scene now, I've known most of them probably their whole life, because, the ones who are still lasting and the guys who are still out there, at one time or another, you would be working with them.
You cross paths and you collab with them and do stuff, projects or whatnot.
Yeah, so my friend list of friends is pretty big because I would go everywhere. So yeah, that's how I met a lot of people. And that's how I was able to. And then I also invited a lot of people to come and experience everything that I was learning and showing everybody how to do stuff and, stuff like that. So yeah.
So you've spread your knowledge to a lot of people that are still around now and they're doing probably their own thing now, or?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say that's about right. Yeah, a lot of things like that. But you you know you just some people are to themselves and some people aren't. Because when we were doing the lower level, I had Steve Spinney Santonio as on my show. I had Will Power. They were like my resident DJs. I would have a lot of DJs just come in and do a guest shot. Then I had a lot of artists come in, even on the lower level radio and even on the Chi-Town Music Radio. We did so much stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We were crazy back then. No filters.
Oh yeah. I've been to a lot of parties, man, so I know the craziness that comes with it all.
So what questions you have for me? Let's get to the questions.
You want to go back to the beginning of what I was giving you earlier now?
What up, Maniac? With everybody?
Who's on there? Maniac? What's up? Was he on it?
on there, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Maniac?
I'm over here with
That's another guy. You know how long you known him? Known him for a long
Maniac
time.
for a long time. I've known his
Yeah.
wife longer though because we went to
What
grammar
up?
school together.
Yeah, I went to high school with him at Hubbard. Didn't really hang out much. Probably should have, but we didn't.
Yeah, Hubbard guy.
Hubbard guy. He's 3 years older than me, I believe. I'm class of '93. I think he's 90 or
Oh no, he's younger. He's younger than me.
no.
Yeah.
Well, he's younger than you, but I'm 50. He's got to be 52.
Okay, well, all right.
Yeah, he was a junior and I was a freshman, I think, when I went because I'm class of '93, so he's probably 90.
Thought your white hair is throwing me off. I don't know. Thought you're older, but okay.
So how did you end up hooking up with him, dude? How'd you meet him?
I met him through his wife. His wife is my best friend, and
Yeah.
we were best friends since we were little kids. And we lost contact and everything. And then, before internet, before MySpace and all that. And then I was mixing on a spot. She was there. They were married. They got together. And from there, we just reconnected and been friends ever since then. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you got a history with him. You've been around for a long time.
Yep.
All right. I don't know what question to ask you now.
Whatever you want, but don't go like offbeat because you're gonna throw me out. Don't go from 10 years ago and then go back to last week. So
Okay. Damn. See where I go now. See, I had them all written down, and now
all right, write them down. Go ahead.
No.
Making it difficult for everybody.
Yeah. Well, here, let me ask you this question. All right. What's the difference between working live at clubs and being on the air?
Well, I always used to say that I like the streaming better because you're in the scene, but not in the scene. So you're in the scene as in you're mixing. You have people there. You have your chat. You have everything. You have the same interaction and everything. But when you're done, you're done. And when you're at the bars are just, they just, to me,
Different atmosphere.
different atmosphere. And when you're on the stream, you're mixing live. When you're at the club, you're mixing live. A lot of people get nervous mixing live, but I don't care. I can just mix whatever. People are looking for perfection, and no one's
No such thing.
No one's ever going to be perfect. I
No.
just go. I just grab and go, and whatever happens, happens. And
Yeah,
that's
you're used to
the
your
way it
rhythm
goes.
already. You've been
Yeah.
doing it for such a long time, so it just comes naturally to you.
Yeah, and a lot of people. When I used to do the show on the radio, we have guest DJs, and I'm like, "Where's this guy at?" "Oh, he's in the washroom throwing up." "Why is he throwing up?" "Oh, it's just that he's so nervous." "Why is he nervous?" "Just get over here. Come on, we don't got that much time." So I get it. People get nervous and stuff like that, but to me, it doesn't even faze me.
Yeah, it just comes in. It's in your nature.
I'm just gonna do what I can do, and if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. That's the way you have to look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Here, I got another one for you. Do you think radio still has a place in today's social media and streaming world?
Well, I think if you're talking about like FM radio, I don't think they're viable really anymore because everybody can get everything off the phone. Everybody can stream.
True.
Everybody can do it. Everybody can get whatever they want. Where FM radio, they give you what they want. And
Okay.
And if you don't want to listen to that type of music or whatever, you're stuck.
You're stuck listening to, yeah.
Right. But if
Makes
you're
sense.
on your phone, which you're hooked up to the internet, you can. There's so many different apps. There's so many different things you could do and stuff like that. Like for me, before doing TikTok, and I've only been on TikTok for a few months, I was always mixing on Mixcloud. Mixcloud. I have an account on there. Google DJ Adam Rock Mixcloud and throw a shameless plug in there.
Yeah, throw it in there. Throw it in there.
If you want all my mixes, you can get them for free. No fees.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah,
I'm going to go after I'm done here.
Just Google.
I'm going to download all your shit.
Just Google DJ Adam Rock at Mixcloud. And from there, it's not SoundCloud, it's Mixcloud. And I stream live off of that. I video mix on that. Before I did TikTok, I used to do video mixing. So that was cool. So you can go there and get all the mixes and everything.
What's your favorite part about connecting with people through radio versus DJing live?
Well, I guess when you're live, you can't control who's in front of you or who comes to the bar and who you don't want to associate with. So, not to be a negative DJ, but and also, if you're mixing online and you have a chat, you could just mute or kick out whoever you don't want to deal with. So, yeah, that's the difference. But you know what? All honesty, I do like the feel of the live crowd when the people are dancing and stuff like that, and
Feel the energy.
Yeah, and they're getting the energy. It is true. You can feed off of it and keep going.
Right.
So I do like that,
Builds confidence too. Because you're doing something right and you just keep going, right?
Yeah. It's just like if you're but you can see it. It's just like when you're streaming live, all of a sudden you had 20 people in there, you play some songs, now you have 5 people in there, like, hey, where did it go?
Right.
I guess the difference is
all the time, huh?
I guess the difference is that when you're
you just scroll.
when you're mixing live, you actually see the people leaving you. And you're like, oh, why are you leaving? Hold on, let me put another song in. Don't get off the dance floor.
Yeah, you have to visualize it, right? Like, whoosh, like really, this fucking jerk just left. Like, really, just stood here for a minute and left.
Yeah, so I played this song. I took a gamble and I lost. But at least
it's hilarious. It's funny. It is funny.
It is.
I know my girlfriend's like, hey, such and such. Like, yeah. He just like went on and just poof, just laughed.
But
really?
the bars love that though, because technically, in most bars, you can't keep everybody dancing all night long. They do like when you kill the crowd, because when the crowd dies, they go back to the bar to buy more drinks. So
yeah.
So you can look at it as a positive. No, I meant to do that. I meant to play this crappy song so everybody can go to the bars. So come on, think positive.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Hey, so I want to off topic a little bit, but the other day I was scrolling on TikTok and there was this DJ. I forgot his name. I can't mention him. Mm-hmm. And he was DJing. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened. He just froze and he just started talking about, out of nowhere, talking about, hey man, like what's going on with all these Chicago? I mean, I don't know if he said Chicago, but he said freestyle DJs. Like there's too many of them. Like that's all they play. And what do you think about that? People that just play just one certain type of music.
You ain't gonna get me on record talking crap about anybody, so I don't think.
I just hear your opinion. Just all.
Yeah, no.
No.
I plead the fifth. No.
Okay, all right. Cool.
No. I'll answer that. You know what? A lot of people like certain music.
Right.
That's it. Like I like certain music. Some people like Spanish. Some people.
But you know how there's some DJs that say, "Oh, you're not a real DJ if you don't play all the genres. If you just stick to one, that's it. Then you're not really considered a DJ."
No, because
right?
DJing is the skills of just doing it anyway.
Right.
Some people like what they really like to do.
Right.
I don't play hip hop. I'm not gonna be like, oh, hip hop DJs are crazy.
Right.
I don't listen to hip hop, but I'll play it if I have to. But yeah, there's a lot of everything DJs. Just like there's a lot of, I was just showed you right now all that. I was like, and they're going like 800 miles per hour. All that music and that. I'm like, you're not even dancing to that. I got a headache. Just scrolling for 2 seconds.
Too noisy.
Yeah. But they're on there and they got like 500 people watching them. Some people like it. Some people like everything. And I'm not going to criticize any other genres or anything like that. So, or DJs.
Not
DJs
that guy.
do, you know why? Because I don't worry about anybody else. That's the problem. Quit worrying about what everybody's doing. Just do what you're doing. Just do what you're doing.
Stick to your thing and just keep doing it.
If there's 80 million house DJs and there's 81 million freestyle DJs and there's 200 million EDM DJs, so what? Who cares?
Right. What do you think as far as do you think that Chicago House and Chicago House DJs get enough credit nationally?
No, I don't. I think that there's a different story in Chicago. I think that nobody, it's been branded wrong, in my opinion. Everyone talks about only a few certain DJs or a few certain groups and all that, but there's there's thousands of people that were going on at the scene. But like again, if you were to if you were to really dive into it, then you would see that it's not just five DJs or it's not just um, eight DJs from one part or whatever. It's a bunch of DJs that from the whole city, which I think goes along with everywhere. You know, New York, they have their music and they have their DJs that promote, but you know there were DJs during the whole time too. You know that were good, and you know same thing in California, same in Florida, same everywhere. You know there's DJs everywhere, but you're gonna go with just like the talking points and the headlines. So yeah, that's just whatever. If you're from Chicago, you know, but if you're not, then you only know what the talking points are, and that's it.
What um what made you decide to go live on TikTok?
Damn maniac.
It was him.
It was him. It's all Maniac's fault. DJ Maniac's fault.
It's all your fault. It's
all his fault.
your fault, bro.
All your fault, DJ Maniac.
That's gonna go on the record, bro. On the record officially. So he was on it for a while then before he got you in it, or
Yeah, he's been on it forever and stuff like that. You know what? For me, I'm a person that tries to cut out as much stress out of my life at this point. And to me, I hear everybody like, oh, they're always on TikTok. They're always on TikTok. They're always on TikTok. And for me, I'm like, I ain't got time to be on TikTok. So
Right.
I rather just avoid it to be on it. But they was like, come on, just get on it, just get on it. And I was like, okay. So then I joined it. So I like it. And right now I have some downtime. So I was able to I look at it as just practicing my skills. Eventually it'll go away.
is there any difference doing it live online versus in front of a crowd?
Not really.
No, right? Um, what what advice would you give the younger generation that are going to be following in your footsteps or other DJs' footsteps?
Well, I do connect with a lot of DJs on TikTok, which I do like about that you can get people from all over the world.
Right.
And there's some younger ones here in Chicago. There's some in Seattle and in LA that I talk to a lot. And the advice is just to be you. I don't think that you don't have to copy anybody. You don't have to try and be like somebody. I'm going to tell you something. And if everybody who's watching this or listening to this is going to say he's telling the truth, I don't like listening to other DJs mix. I don't. And it's not because I don't like other DJs. It's because I don't want to hear their style. A lot of stuff, like think about it, when you were back in the radio station days when you were a little kid and the people who were mixing on the radio station and then they mixed on it. And then what did you try to do? You try to mimic.
Copy or mimic them.
Yeah.
Have your own. You want to have your own style, your own.
Right. So, you know, you would be doing, remember
Do something different.
Remember he did this break like that. Remember he mixed this song like this and it sounded so good. It sounded so
And
good.
then you mimic it.
And then you go to like a team party and 5 DJs are doing the exact same breaks because they heard it
Yeah,
on the radio
absolutely.
and it was so cool and all that.
Yeah, you're right.
So for me, I don't listen to anybody. So don't give me your mix, Scrappy, because I'm not going to listen to
Okay.
it.
No.
I won't. But
I wasn't planning on it anyways. No.
okay, but that's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't. And my family and everybody, they're like, you come to my house, you're gonna hear Adam Rock mixes. That's it, whether you like it or not. And I don't want to hear your mix because I don't want to copy your style.
Okay.
And I don't want to, and not that I want to, I don't want to subconsciously, oh, this goes good together with that. I want to develop it. I want to do myself. And I want to be the one creating my stuff.
Yeah, you're your own creator.
Yeah. And I think for me, and I think like for other DJs, you know, I think that if you're going to go hang out and just listen to stuff and whatever, that's cool, you know. But, you know, it's not bad to just focus on yourself and do your own stuff. That's how you become, you know, you figure it out. That's how you become better.
That's how you build your own craft, I guess, too, right? You want to say, because you got to do something that stands out from everybody else.
Yeah, I just think that sometimes we get lazy subconsciously and we'll just grab what we heard or what we know, not realizing that it's already been done, but your brain would just lean towards it. So I don't think that it's good. So that's how I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I personally cannot do, you know, like what you do, you do the your live TikToks in the morning. I don't know for some reason why I cannot do that. I cannot wake up that early in the morning and start playing music to get me going. I don't know what it is. Isn't that strange? Do you seem strange to you?
Seems
That
lazy,
happens
bro.
to me. It sounds lazy. That's what I was gonna.
I'm gonna
I
tell
want you to say,
because Isaac
Curiel.
Curio,
Yeah.
he's up at 6 a.m. doing a live
That's crazy. That
show.
early?
Yeah, for people who are working out to him
Okay.
at a gym.
Yeah.
He streams live, and they're listening to his stream
Yeah.
at a gym, and they're working out to it, and he's doing it live.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. So yeah, so there's no excuse. If
Yeah.
Isaac can do it, you can
You
do
can
it
do
too.
it too. Because I know I've been at work sometimes too, and it's like there's no noise, there's no nothing. I want music. And I'm at work sometimes. Like I'll go on TikTok and I'll put a mix. Someone's like, "Damn, this dude's really a loser." 8 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing, right? But you're up at work and you want to hear that. You want to hear
Yeah.
that. There's people out there that want to hear your shit. You know.
Yeah, no, I get it. If you're
But
if you're at
sometimes
work,
I can't do it.
how is it you don't want to wake up and hear anybody's stuff at 6 in the morning?
No, but yeah, man, that's good that you do that. You're doing it twice a week, or what are your hours? You doing it?
Well, currently I'm doing it like 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 in the morning. But that's going to change eventually.
Yeah.
Because I'll be having to change my schedule. But for now, that's what I'm doing it on TikTok. So it's still everything that I do is under DJ Adam Rock. So TikTok DJ Adam Rock, you'll find me on there. Mixcloud DJ Adam Rock, you'll find me on there. So yeah.
So after 40 years of being in the business, what keeps you passionate about the music? What keeps that drive, that fire of you to keep on keeping on?
Well, the thing about mixing is that there's constantly new music, there's constantly new technology, it doesn't stop changing. I mean, yeah, it just keeps changing
Keeps evolving.
and keeps evolving, and you want to just keep going. So like back in the day, you had 2 records and you did all the edits and everything, and now you can edit everything. You don't need doubles. Now you don't even need records. Now you don't need CDs.
Right.
Now it's all digital, and now everything does more, and there's a lot of different things. I started way back, like I said, no pitch turntables. They weren't even 1200s, and
Right.
I went from techniques that weren't 1200s, and I built myself up. My first cassette that I made with Delirious Danny. It was called Old Style. It's the only one I made, and we recorded that on a reel-to-reel, and I did the editing, and I spliced it all up on a
I
reel-to-reel.
would have loved to see that, man.
See, so so to tell me today's technology, or when these guys say, "Oh, it's not vinyl, it's not this and that," shut up. Because when you were doing a reel to reel, and you're at today, I've already done everything, bro. So for me, yeah, for these new people, I get it, bitch them out, whatever, say whatever you want. But for me, I've started with a reel to reel, no pitch turntable. So yeah, I can do whatever I want now. I've been in the trenches. I've already learned everything.
So preference vinyl, CD, or digital? Which one?
Digital. Who wants to be carrying records, man?
Me.
Well, you're crazy. That's why your back's bad.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm an old man.
That's why you're no man. That's why you walk with that hunch over.
Hey, but you gotta miss those days, man. I know I did because I remember having to hump records just to go in a party for free, man. Humping records up and down.
No, I don't miss.
Was it
I
good
don't miss.
experience?
I don't miss vinyl at all.
No?
No, I don't.
Well, it's just that part of it, the actual.
No, I don't miss. I know that these guys have the turntables with the fake vinyl on it, and they're doing whatever they're doing. Whatever.
Yeah.
Not
Mix
for me.
faster with the new stuff.
Well,
You like to mix fast too, right?
I like to mix fast, but it's all about what's in your brain.
Right.
To me, here's the thing about mixing. It doesn't matter the genre. It doesn't matter anything. If you know the basic skills of how the music is made, you can mix. Period. And if you follow the beat structures, you can mix. A lot of people don't follow that. People don't understand that. And even if you just, like for me, everything that I do, all my lives, nothing is pre-mixed, nothing is thought of. I'm not sitting there till 2 a.m. I'm going to play these 10 songs and I'm going to put them together.
On the fly, straight up on the fly.
Everything is on the fly.
Yeah.
And if it comes out good, it's good. If it doesn't, oh well.
I think you learn better doing it like that.
Yeah. and it's just sharpening your skills.
I've never done it, but the one time I tried doing that, putting an actual list together,
No,
I was like, no,
too much.
never
time.
again.
It's too much time.
Yeah, it takes up too much of your time. It does.
But if you learn the basic, like all the stuff that I was mixing, most of the stuff that I was mixing like yesterday. Yesterday I downloaded about 80 songs, and I never heard them except when I downloaded them for the 3 seconds.
So you just throw them on and boom.
I threw them on, I mixed them all out, and I was like, wow, I'm doing good today. But the whole point is that,
Yeah.
you're learning the structure.
Yeah.
You learn the structure of the songs. You can be a great DJ.
Yeah.
I don't do any record box and all those other guys who do all that. I'm not talking crap to people. I just don't do none of that stuff.
I don't know
have
nothing
time
of it.
for that. I don't grab records off of Spotify when I'm mixing live
No.
and everything. Everything's in a folder. Everything's programmed in my head. I'm not looking at the notes or in anything to see what keys they're in and all that stuff. Everything that I do is all in my brain, and it just comes naturally. And that's it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I mess up, but sometimes I don't.
Yeah. I tried doing the same thing to doing by key sometimes. Let me try this. Let me try that. Well, that's how you learn, right? You figure out your craft, what you're good at and what you're not.
I don't, and I have all my stuff in folders, and I just do it, and then I open up a folder and I say, let's just do this.
Yeah.
Don't matter to me.
And they say you got to practice every day, but I don't think everybody does it because I know I don't because I got too much going on, man. I can't do it every day.
Well, we could jump back because practicing, my brain is like a computer, because when we practice, it was like, okay, you had one crate of records and then you go get 5 records from the store. Now you're going to mix those 5 records into that crate of records.
Incorporate them with your...
No, but you're going to mix every song
Okay.
with those 5 songs and see what sounds good and what doesn't.
Okay.
And then from there, you have 10 crates now. You got 10 records that you just got. Now, this is how we used to practice. You have 10 crates. Now you got 10 records. You're going to go every song into every song in those crates, and you're going to see what sounds good and not. So eventually your brain develops some sort of melody. So you already know by the songs, the way they sound and the way they are, even if you just bought it right now, you already know what it's going to go with because it's already programmed in your brain.
Right.
Because you've done it over and over again. Because like I said, the structures don't break. So you'll know what the melodies are. All I got to do is just put, the way I download songs or the way I get songs now, 3 seconds, beginning, middle, end, ding, ding, ding. And if it doesn't grab me like that, then I don't even deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you'll know. And then you already know how to categorize it. You already know what's going on. That's why you could just grab anything and just mix like that. Because you know what's going to go together.
How long did you think it took you till you finally realized, like, okay, I got it. Like, I can do this. Like, were you real confident enough that you can do it on your own? Or...
Since I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it took you like about a year of mixing to actually say, okay, I got this. I can do this now.
Well, for me, yeah.
To build that craft.
Probably about a year, yeah, because you're learning and you're learning through your mistakes and all that stuff. So yeah, but it took me about a year. Self-taught. Nobody taught me anything. So yeah. So
that's great, man. Not everybody can do that. There's people that need help and just don't get it or just whatever. But
yeah, we used to. The practice was like if we were in the military, we used to practice all the time.
Go to people's houses. All right, we're going to your house today. Tomorrow over here, over there, whatever.
Yeah, we're everywhere, and we would just constantly just practice all the time. That's all we did. I didn't have time to be in the streets.
Yeah,
we were just.
That's what kept you out of trouble too.
Well,
it had to keep you out of trouble. If you're inside, you're not out in the street. You're in the house banging, man. So
yeah, well,
kept you out of trouble for sure.
That's modern.
Yeah.
I beg to differ, but yeah. On some
You beg to differ.
On some things, yeah.
We're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, that's a whole other show. But yeah.
Oh God, I like the way you put that.
Yeah, but practicing was my life though, and I did it all the time. So that's why I don't practice. My practice is when I go live. That is my practice.
Yeah.
And even when I don't go live, if I'm just gonna do a party, or whatever, I'll just throw folders songs that I think in my brain are gonna go together. Then I say, let's go. Come on, let's go do this. That doesn't bother me. I think the biggest fear that a lot of people have is lack of confidence, and they're worried about rejection or people's reaction. I don't lack confidence at all, and I don't care about people's reaction. So if you do that, then you can just go and mix and be at ease. That's it. So going live, I don't care. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me.
It probably helps you to go live in front of people. Probably, I'm assuming. No.
When I was on the radio, and I even said this when I did Latinos in the House conference a few months ago, my voice isn't perfect, but I'm still on here. I'm still talking. Don't care. My skills, when I was younger, they were really, really good. Because when I was on, I was always a quick mix DJ. And as I get older, I got a little lazy, which I'm okay, but I think my skills are still decent enough. There's a lot of horrible DJs, but I think there's a lot of good DJs too that are better than me. So I'm not trying to be number one. I'm just me.
Right.
And if everybody quits trying to be number one and they just worry about them, then that's all that matters. I'm number one to me, and that's all that matters to me. And everybody is number one. You're not number one to you? Come on. Of course. You're going to think you're better. You're not better than me, but you think you're better. Not
That ass mofo.
but I'm just saying that
You want
everybody
a battle,
thinks,
bro?
Want a battle? Let's go. But I'm just saying though, in that aspect, everybody, you should think that you're the best, but you want to be better. But you shouldn't say that this guy's not the best, because everyone mixes different. Everybody's skills is different. So there's a lot of good DJs out there. I'll say it. There's a lot of good DJs out there, but there's a lot of horrible DJs too. And I
A
don't
lot
want
of
to
DJs don't belong that are doing what they're doing. Have no business doing it.
and the whole point is that, who cares? Like I said, I don't listen to anybody but me, so I don't care.
Yeah, a lot of them are in it for the wrong reasons, man. A lot of them are
Yeah.
trying to get rich, trying to be. I don't know what it is.
I just tell you this, and this I'll tell you from my heart, is that I started DJing with a lot of people when I was younger, and throughout the years, we were really good friends and everything. And then for whatever reason, vanity, jealousy, who knows? They want to be number one. They want to be on top of the world, whatever they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
They give up all these good friendships, and they destroy them. And I don't get it, because none of them are rich. None of them went any further than they were at before.
Yeah, what's the big mystery behind that? I don't understand.
Well, yeah, and everybody, they mess up all the good relationships that they had with people, and I don't get it.
And for what?
That's my point. For what?
For what?
For what? For nothing. For nothing. And that, I think, is probably the saddest point of being a DJ. And when you have people who they just want to be cutthroat for no apparent reason, and they think they're going to get some.
You lose a 40-year or 30-year relationship with someone over what? It's
exactly.
It's mind-boggling. I don't understand it.
A lot of
it's
people
like cutthroat, man. Everybody's out to get. I don't know. I don't get it, dude.
I don't get it.
They wanna be popular. Like they want to get rich from one day. It doesn't happen that way.
I've helped a lot of people throughout my life. Taught some DJs how to mix. Taught people what I've learned, technology-wise and everything. And I have some very good friends, and I have some very not so good friends anymore. And it's just the way it goes, and I just say whatever.
Because they're takers. They're not givers. They're just takers. That's what they are.
Yeah, they're takers, but whatever.
Live and learn.
I don't lose any sleep over anybody.
Yeah, good.
I don't. I don't care. And
I feel the same way.
And the only thing is that it's just sad. It's just sad that people become monsters for no apparent reason. Like I said, I know if it wasn't for my brother helping me when I was younger, financing my addiction to records and equipment, then, I probably couldn't have grown. I probably couldn't have grown as fast as I did, but he helped me a lot. If it wasn't for Tom dragging me to CYC, and it wasn't for John Smokin Acosta dragging me to WIIT, to his show, and Tommy, if Tommy didn't take the time to teach me everything and stuff like that, I give credit to the people who have helped me, You don't hear that from the people. You don't hear that, because Tommy Too Tough taught me a lot.
And you still talk to him to this day, right? You guys are pretty good friends.
Yeah, and Tom and I was just at Tom's birthday party last week, Tom and I talk almost every day too. John and I don't, because he passed away. Rest in peace, John. But, yeah, I still, talk to them, and I still have the friendships that I have with everybody. But, the thing is that I don't have a lot of friendships with the people that I helped out. But that's just the
but
way
it's
it
not
goes.
because you burn bridges with them, or
Well, I get the hunger that people have, that people want to succeed, but you got to be a little smarter.
on how you approach things and how you go about
Well, yeah,
doing things,
exactly.
because that's what gets you in trouble.
Oh, there goes Bad Boy. What up, Bad Boy?
Oh yeah, he was hitting me up earlier. He was asking
Yeah.
me. what
We
time
got to
I was
get
doing
him
it.
in here.
Yeah, he does need to get in here.
He needs to get in here, do an interview.
He's on yours.
Yeah, he's on mine.
Yeah, I tell him he's camera shy. I don't know what's up with him. I tried getting him to come to the house and do a live set on TikTok with me, but I don't know. He's probably camera shy. I don't know.
Yeah, I've done a lot
do
of
it.
stuff. I've done a lot of stuff from throwing team parties at a younger age. I learned the business. I learned the stuff. I learned the digital. I learned the FM dials. I've been in this business doing not just one thing. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of clubs. I've done a lot of concerts. I've done a lot of tailgate parties. I've done a lot of boat parties. I've worked with a lot of people. I was partners with a lot of people. I've done a lot. And yeah, I'm happy with what I accomplished in my life. There's a lot of people who have accomplished 1,000% more than me, and there's a lot of people who haven't. But they have their own story and their own life to write.
Right.
I'm not
You
worried.
know where you're at right now. You know what you've accomplished, and you know what you want from here on. So
Yeah, and I think I've done a lot. I'm part of the one story of Chicago's history of Latino DJs that actually did something. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that I was signed to DJ International?
no.
Yeah, I was signed to DJ International. It was myself, West Hollywood Rodriguez, and CZR. All three.
CZR, okay.
Yeah, we signed as a group in, and we went into the studio. We worked on some stuff and stuff like that. Actually, Caesar and I were talking about this last month at Latinos in the House, and we did some music and stuff like that. But just like how record label people get signed to record labels and they never release nothing,
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good experience to learn, to see how it works and everything stuff in there. Back then it was when we were in the studio, Fast Eddie was in there, Martin Boogeyman Luna, Craig Loftus,
Martin.
they were all in there. Julian was in there grabbing some reels, editing some stuff. So when you're there, you're around everybody who's in the music scene and everybody that's doing their stuff. So
That's
yeah.
cool, man.
But that was something that was fun and cool to be around and experience all that and be actually in their studio recording stuff.
Yeah, because there was a lot of them. Tyree was another big one that was there, right? He was part of DJ International, right?
Yeah, he was part of DJ International. But they had two labels. They had DJ International and then they had the Underground.
Underground.
Yeah, so. But there's a lot of stuff there, that just looking around, like I said, I've been around the music aspect of it. I've been around the printing of the flyers of it. I've been around the teen dances. I've been around the bars. I've been around the radio. I've been around the digital streaming part of it. I've done a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
you were at the right place at the right time, man, because just the flyer alone, that right there was just like probably the beginning of everything for you right there.
Yeah.
That's how everything just came into play.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so like I said, I've had my hand in everything, Some stuff flourished, some stuff didn't, and it's just what it is. But I've experienced a lot of stuff. I've actually made a lot of tracks too, but I just never,
Really?
I don't even play them. I do a lot
What?
of mashups. Yeah, I do a lot.
What?
I have a lot of mashups and everything.
Damn, I want to hear them, dude. How come you don't play them? You don't like them, or?
No, I don't want you to steal them.
I knew it. There's a reason behind everything. Boy.
Always a reason. I don't trust nobody. Thief.
Earmuffs. Oh, come on, man.
I got a lot of tracks, but I got a lot of mashups that I do. I'm creative when it comes to doing producing mashups and stuff like that. I have a lot that I have, but yeah, I play a lot of them on my shows. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
That's something that I would like to get into, is like doing remixes and stuff. All I got is a simple sampler I got upstairs, and
You don't even need
hardly
that no
touch
more.
it.
You got stems. Just do
yeah,
the stems.
the stems just
Stems
the stems does everything. I know.
I do right. I do
if your
my
computer can handle it, yeah.
I do my mixing, my edits and my remixes all on the fly. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stems is beautiful.
Yeah. When they came out with that, I'm like, man, that just completely changed the game.
Yeah.
Like you're a completely different DJ, just having that around.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is you gotta have the computer for it because your computer doesn't handle the power just because it takes up a lot of what is the memory thing it takes up on your computer.
Well, you need a gaming computer.
Yeah.
That's basically what you need.
So I had an old one, I had a 2013. It just wouldn't do it. Then I went and got a Mac 2018, and it worked with that. It works fine. But man, stuff's expensive.
I'm gonna kill this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there.
Stuff is expensive, man. These computers, but they're just unbelievably expensive equipment.
I had more viewers on there than I had my stream.
Really? Oh man.
No.
Oh god.
But yeah, but all right. What other questions you have there?
What was I gonna ask you? Damn, I had it right now on the tip of my tongue, and it just flew away. So okay. What do you plan? Oh, hold on, I had one for you. So, okay, I got one for you. When you think about retiring at the age of 62 or whatever that age may be, what do you want your legacy to be?
Well, I don't think I want my legacy to keep going. I want to keep DJing until I die. Or I can't hear no more. One of the two. But then again, you wouldn't have to hear no more. You could just read waves. So as long as my eyes and my ears or one of them are still working, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not going to stop. I enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
I enjoy it. I'm never going to stop.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
That's great.
Why stop?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like doing it now.
You still like listening to music loud? Because I do. I enjoy it. I don't care if I go deaf. I love loud music, bro.
I actually transitioned the last month or so because I was doing so many TikToks and I was blowing my ears out. So I actually mix now with my headphones. I'm still getting used to. Sometimes I'll take off my headphones, thinking that because my brain is saying like to listen to the monitor. Then I go like this, and then I'm like, oh, there's nothing that's in the ear.
Yeah,
I'm over here trying to lock in and. No.
Oh man. Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, any last remarks? Anything you want to add, or besides your input, your info on TikTok and your platforms?
Well, if you want to go on Facebook and you need a page to like, you could like the Planet Rock Experience, and that's on Facebook. That's where you can see a lot of stuff that I post on there. My personal page is just personal. I deleted all my stuff and I just use the Planet Rock page now. So hardly anybody's on my regular Facebook page, so don't even bother with that. But the Planet Rock Experience, you can ask to like it, and then I only like good people in it. It's a good group. Everybody has fun in there. And then if you want my mixes, you could go to Mixcloud. There's DJ Adam Rock at mixcloud.com. You can Google it. It'll come up, and I'm there. I also have a SoundCloud, but I don't really use that one. But the Mixcloud is where I stream sometimes. So if TikTok gets knocked out and everything else, I'll still be streaming on Mixcloud.
That's another thing that's going to probably be happening soon too, I think, right? The TikTok's probably going to disappear.
TikTok's probably going to disappear, or they're going to make it difficult and make you pay a lot of money to be a part of it.
To be a part of it.
So
you're thinking about still staying on TikTok if that happens?
Oh, I don't know.
Depends on how expensive it is.
if I'm only making $1 a show and they're charging me $15 a show, I don't think so.
Like, I'll make it happen, man. I'm gonna blow up.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be like those guys 24 hours on TikTok, eating their cereal, drinking their coffee.
Oh, yeah, that'll be hilarious.
They're sweating to have her sleep. They got toothpicks in their eyes.
Man, did you see? I don't do that. Let's give him some gifts, man. He's heard.
Yeah, he's been up there for 12 hours, man.
Oh man,
but that's my stuff that you can see me and you can get my mixes and everything. I like I said, I like to give credit to Tom Ramos, John Smokin Acosta, and Tommy Tuta for helping me in my career. To my kids my family who put up with me being a DJ all these years and had to listen to all my stuff. Give credit to them.
How many kids you got? I didn't even ask you.
I just say my kid. You trying to give me the lawsuit, bro? Child support?
Well, that I know of, I got.
that's claimed me. Yeah,
okay.
My kids, my family, and everything.
That's good.
That my family, they support me so much. and they always have my cousin,
That's great when you have the support,
everybody,
man. That's
yeah.
what's nice.
my
'Cause it's
kids,
rough
my
when you don't-
family,
when you don't
my
have it.
cousins. They've always supported me throughout my whole career. I appreciate them and everything, and just my friends, my core friends. DJ Maniac, DJ Atomic, Havo, DJ E. We all hang out. We all do a lot of things together, and we just try and get everything together. And if you're in Chicago, you got to go with my buddy Laz. He owns Qvole.com, which is a breakfast joint.
Yeah, I just saw it the other day.
Yeah,
We were just talking about it.
you got to give him. We've been childhood friends, and I just help everybody out. Actually, a funny thing, I actually taught him how to mix when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and we've been good friends and everything. Now he's in the restaurant business. So if you guys haven't tried Qvole.com, you guys got to go there too and get some good. Oh, the smash burgers.
Where's it at?
Well, right now you can go. Well, he's opening up right now you can get it off of Grubhub, or you can go to Meet the Yetta on 26 over there by Kedzie, 25th and Kedzie.
Mm-hmm.
You could go in there and eat. And but he's opening up a standalone restaurant soon in downtown area. So yeah, that's coming
nice.
soon. But right now, Meet the Yetta, you can go inside Meet the Yetta, and he's right in there. He has like a space there. And it's really good. The food.
Tierra on 25th and Kedzie. Okay,
Yeah,
I know where it's
and
at.
it's really good there. So you guys got to go there. I'm always good about supporting my people, my friends and all that. So
That's great, man.
and I'm happy, look at and my new friends. Scrappy, you're a new friend.
Yeah, man.
Met him off of TikTok.
Yep. I'm glad I
A lot
met
of
you for sure.
people, my new friends, Function and Jay Creator and Isaac and everybody else that I met on there that come and support, all my friends and all the TikTokers and everything, everyone who comes to support my rooms and all that. I appreciate all of them, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm
everything.
all about the support, man. I'm glad you did this with me. I really do. It means a lot to me, dude. It really does.
Yeah.
I'm great we met. I'm glad we did this.
And this is
a good
probably
thing.
you're probably gonna have to scrap this interview and have
That's
to
fine.
do it again.
I'm gonna give it to you. You're gonna edit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit this. Yeah,
I ain't editing. I'm gonna give it to you now. You're like, hey,
yeah, but
okay,
it's
give it
a lot of stuff that
Uh-huh.
that we hook up with, and we do a lot of different things. So yeah, so I know I've left people out, and don't be mad at me, But Scrubby's got me on the spotlights here. I feel like I'm in prison or something with all these lights on my face here. But,
That's such a lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just I'm happy that you invited me here and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I encourage all the DJs, whoever wants to come on down, man. I'll make some time for you guys. I support. You guys are down with it? Come over and we'll make it happen. Hit me up.
Yeah, you don't have no more questions for me, sir? You're done?
I think so. Hold on. Let me see. Let me check. Yeah, we're done.
What's my favorite burrito place? No.
Yeah, what's your favorite Puerto Rican food?
Oh, I love traveling.
Travel, that's another one.
Travel.
That's another one we're going to be doing soon too, right?
Yep, I love traveling. But yeah, but thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And
Likewise.
for everybody who's watching and listening to this, I hope I gave you some good answers. And if not, he didn't ask me the right question.
Yeah. Eddie Get Down Ortiz, he's saying you buying pizza. I don't know if that's for you or for me.
You are, if
Yeah.
he's going to come on the show.
Yeah, sorry I didn't pay attention to you guys on the live, man. Sorry. But okay, well on that note, man, we're gonna end it. We actually did 59 minutes, man. It's pretty
Okay,
good.
1 hour. See,
Yeah.
got to tee down right to the talking post, just like
Yeah.
at the station. And here comes the voice. Here comes the music.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you
you.
everybody that joined the Qvole Podcast Chicago, DJ Adam Rock. Yeah, and you will still continue to see this man go live on TikTok, correct?
Correct.
All right, guys. You guys have a good day. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Talk to you guys soon.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.